How so? Hello? The ultimate despair, Junko Inoshima. Is the face that much different? Like, I wouldn't be able to tell. I'm not good at, like, facial detecting stuff. She got down here really fast. We were in the elevator for how long? How did you get down here so fast? We've been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, and some more home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us? Okay. I'm a little worried about what would happen if I say okay. Although I was very tempted. Oh, okay. No matter what, it was just like a joke. Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play. So the one thing I do remember is I know, I think she switches up her voice like a lot, and this is gonna be rough, but I am interested to see how it sounds in Japanese. This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Inoshima. She's literally insane. Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I got bored so easy, you know. Your face? Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined. I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you. Oh, is that like bringing our memories back or something? No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school. Was it actually her on the magazines? Was Junko actually the ultimate fashionista, and then she like made a deal with these despair people to become a despair, whatever? Was she just like a real like normal girl before this? That's right, it was before I ever came to the school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. Yeah, and you were on it. Oh, and then she was saying like, oh, Photoshop, you know, that's why my face looks a little different or whatever. Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh? So I was right. That's what you told me in the main hall when this all began. Like, I guess the face looks different. I am not good enough to be like, oh, I would totally call this out. Like, I would have no idea. I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. So Makoto has better eyes than I do. Huh? Are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course, this is totally photoshopped. Photoshop? Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with, like, computers and junk. Which, I mean, they probably are, to be fair. Oh, so they aren't real. Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along, wouldn't you agree? That explains why she didn't play seem the same, because she was a different person all along. It's me, and Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best, but there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one, as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins. Twins? Wait, so they're twins, but you're worried about their faces looking different? I mean, it could be, like, fraternal twins or whatever, but... I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. So she was a soldier, but what were you up to? The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was... Haha! Me! Junko fucking Inoshima! And together we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair! Oh my gosh, she is insane. Oh, she's a totally different person now. Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? That again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumbass, but it bores me to tears answering the same questions over and over. I'm pretty sure you haven't gotten this question in months, because nobody's asked you that in here. Just make up whatever answer you want, I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway. But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister? I don't know if you noticed, but she's kind of insane. And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if... Well, I suppose I better explain. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family. Leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries, such a disappointment. Okay, so she became the soldier and you just chilled, whatever. So, I decided to play the role of dictator, and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. I mean, sure? Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had, what I call 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I don't want to go to waste. Alright, so it sounds like she really was a fashionista, though. And that's why you switched identities? Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I calculated. It was a lost cause. I thought she did a good job. I enjoyed fake Junko. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra, unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations. That can't be your only reason, can it? Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored. I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know. If I planned everything out and knew what was going to happen, that'd be so boring. I don't specifically remember all the voice changes in English, but I think I actually prefer the dub more so than the sub, because each of these voices just sound like, yeah, they're a little different, but like they sound like kind of normal. I feel like I remember the dub being like way over the top and like cheesy, which like I think works more for this setting with drastically different personalities. I think being like really cheesy and over the top works really, really well. So I'm actually slightly disappointed in that. Oh well. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point. In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else. So she wasn't in on it. But she just wanted to help her sister, which is why she switched places? What did she get out of helping? That's what I don't quite get. I'm also focused on just like so many different things, so if I miss something like super important that's answering my questions, please let me know, I guess. What? Huh? This wasn't supposed to. Why me? Huh, so you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think? What, not to defy the Monokuma? How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does it not even bother you? What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know, so we never had any kind of hope or expectations. No, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Look, I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair, so when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret. So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it? That's not true at all. We were twins, how can I not be sad? Oh boy, alright, I need a drink here. That's why it gets me so excited. Huh? Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super despair. No, more than that. Super despair. Oh shoot, I hope I didn't lose track. I think I said the right amount. It just feels so good. I like, she has like this sad, like depressed face on the right, and on the left, it's literally just like vigorously vibrating, like crazy happy face. What the hell is wrong with you? And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous. I knew you couldn't just be some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality. Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it. Like, Genocide Joe is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts. You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic? I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human? Yes, that's what we're saying. No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said. Yeah, Master's way more perfect, because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood. Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood? Ooh, uh-oh. What did you say? What do you mean by that? Ooh, you still... Oh, it's a little bit different. It is like Monokuma's voice, but it's a little bit higher. You still haven't figured that part out yet. Man, you guys are so slow. You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away. Are you talking about our memories? You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer, so how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating. Damn straight, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries, and then we'll have our victory. Woohoo, I can't wait! Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us? When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it. It must have something to do with our entrance exams. Hmm? No fair, at least give us a hint. Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall? Think back to what Monokuma told us. The memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. I feel like I vaguely remember that this is the right answer, and I don't remember why. The memories that were stolen... Yeah, not the founding. Both of these, like, are similar. I think it's this one, though. You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right? So, you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so, important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented to you had a specific theme to it? A theme? Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented? The theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Monokuma gave us those DVDs. Only DVD was footage of my family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive we were given was... international relations? Human connections. Okay. That makes sense. The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections. Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do. You're the one that did it. Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval. Okay, time for the next question. So what was the theme for the second motive? For the second murder, the motive's theme was... That's when we got, those weird envelopes from Monokuma. I mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So the theme for that time was... I had a strong heart when I wet the bed. Alright. It was our past, right? Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time the theme was... the past! Embarrassing memories and secrets. Yeah? And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret. So, how long do you plan on dragging this out? Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder? The theme for the third murder was... The reason Celeste turned to murder was she wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. Who doesn't? So that time, the motive for murder was... a new outlook? Greed. Okay, okay. I was like, you could argue it to be a new outlook because it's something that you want for the future, but at the same time, I guess it is kind of greedy because it was like money. Yeah, so it was money, wasn't it? Greed. Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Look at that piles of money. Goddamn straight, it was money. Celeste killed Ifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction. What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case? Haha, don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death? Ugh. The motive in the case of Sakura's death was... what was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma's exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive in the fourth case was... Blackmail? Wait. Betrayal? Oh, shoot. I don't think it's secrets. Okay. Alright, I had to think about that one. In her case, it was betrayal. Precisely. You see... Once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful. But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now? Relationships, secrets, money, betrayal? Those are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal, total middle of the road. But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair. Seed of despair. Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line, such as hope and despair. How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Or are we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject? If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories. How so? You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Oh, like hope of getting them back? Of course, that hope merely exists to be consumed by despair. How could taking away someone's memories give them hope? And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway. Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope. Oh. What are you talking about? If none of you wanted to escape the school, the killings would never have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave. The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories? Is that what you're trying to say? Woohoo, correctamundo! Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right? Ooh. I wonder if that's related to the fact that we all agreed to stay in, like, those interviews or whatever? What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave? Woohoo, a most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint. What? Is Crazy Eddie a real thing? I hope it is. Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie, like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world. The outside world? You mean the world beyond the school walls? So something really did happen out there. Now are you interested in what I have to say? You want to see what's out there? Woohoo! I want to see you too. See your faces sink into despair. Ah. Now then. Open sesame! Behold the world beyond the school walls. This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into. What do you have, like, video? Or what? Oh. Okay. There's just Monokuma on, like, all the stuff. A bunch of explosions. What in the world? Excuse me? Did the purge happen? But then, wait. How? What does any of this mean? Like, why is Monokuma's face on, like, all of the landmarks? What the? Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means. What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense. What am I looking at? This is a scene from a movie or something, right? What you just saw. All of you should recognize it. We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane. That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall. Ha! Better kick your brain in the ass, cause it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, cause now it's time for the final class trial. Wait, but we're already in the final class trial. Alright, make my argument. I think I know where this is going? Yes. Pretty sure I know where this is going. Come on, bitches, remember or die. What the fuck happened outside? You want us to remember or whatever, but... crazy confusing... Comes to that crazy confusing video you showed us. I don't understand a damn thing. The footage we saw, what's the meaning of the footage we saw? This is another one of your practical jokes. I mean, you're telling us to remember, but... how am I supposed to remember? If nobody can remember a thing. Boom! I'm not gonna lie, I kind of remembered that being a thing. I don't know if I would have thought of that right away or not. Although, once the words Genocide Jack's memory showed up, that might have triggered it anyway. But actually, she might remember. Who might remember? The other Toko, Genocide Jack. What? The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right? I see, if their memories are separate, then even if one personality is forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories. What do you say, Toko? Are you telling me to swap places with her? I mean, she's so much better than you anyway, so... No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity. But that happens all the time. Toko, you're the one we can rely on now. There you go, Byakuya. You say something and she's there. Yep. That took no time at all. Dun dun dun! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer. Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video? How? What video? The video that's playing right now. Who the hell are you? Oh, I'm the mastermind. Oh, I love this. Oh, nice to meet ya. Nice to meet you too. Oh my gosh. Genocide... Why can't Genocide Jack have just been, like, her own student? That would have been amazing. That's enough. Just look at the student screen. Aye, Roger, you got it, Captain. Huh? So, yeah, what's the meaning of this? Are there just Monokumas everywhere? Like, I don't understand. Well, does it look familiar? I don't have all the details, but of course it does. Do you remember all the stuff it's showing? Of course I do. Look at the MVP! So you didn't lose your memory after all. Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know. Yeah, I can definitely see this as the quiet type, right? Oh my gosh, he's the worst liar in the world. More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it? Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy? The tragedy? Oh no, you seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss. Just answer the question. What happened out there? Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. What? Why is that phrase coming up now? Yeah, it's only shown up like 6 times before. Because it's all because of that event. What is... Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now. Is... now. The world's been destroyed, get it? Destroyed? Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know. Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. I don't know if you can really describe what happened, and it sounds like they're just being really vague, as if they didn't really come up with the details, but they were just like, oh, something bad happened, and here's some weird stuff to go along with that. But I don't know if that's accurate or not. Maybe they have it a lot more planned than I think. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did. And that's that. That's all there is to it. Come on, there wasn't a single concrete description in there. Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moro saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her? She already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you. Ah, I couldn't live up to Master's expectations. To die, this is the true tragedy. Yes, this is the most awful, most whatever thing in human history, right here. Okay. That's enough of your little lover squirrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing. How can the world just end? It's the world. Calm down, it's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway, so the world ending isn't that big a deal. Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous. Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning. What did you say? I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet. Hey, so, what do you think happened to the Tagami family, I think... No. Each of the Tagami family members fell over? Oh no, that sucks. Correct, well done, peasant. But I didn't say anything yet. I just get so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles. So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think? But, do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick? No, I think you're perfectly normal. And, like, there's definitely nothing wrong. Wait, when did all those mushrooms show up on her head? I've been so busy, like, just reading the text, I did not see that there was extra things in her hair. Is it only for that form? Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated. What the hell are you talking about? I can confirm that the entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished. Stop with these idiotic jokes. Stop. Instead, with such authority, a peasant would dare challenge us, the avatar of a divine punishment. You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny. Is there something to this? So, like, the ultimate despair, or whatever, like, was two people working together. But does Junko's different personalities also count as, like, multiple people working together? Is that a part of it, or is that just, like, Junko herself is just off the deep end? I don't know. They couldn't possibly go on. The Togami family is destined to guide the world. Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago. Hold on, that doesn't make any sense. Huh? I don't make any sense. There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to the school a few weeks ago. Oh, it's only been a few weeks still. Oh my gosh. I was, like, being generous thinking that it happened, that the events here happened over the span of a couple months. But it's still only been a couple weeks. It's crazy. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up until then? Ooh, have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that? Mistaken? Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here. Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, we just got here a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago? Oh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right? What? 2 years ago? Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Host Peak Academy 2 years ago. Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that? Ha ha ha. What the hell is this trick trying to say? She's saying that you're like a 23 or 24-year-old high school student, I think. I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you? Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul. How are we supposed to answer? I just know what's going on anymore. Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took from us, our life at Hope's Peak. And that explains every single picture that we've come across until now. If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming into the school. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says, Another correct answer. Well done, peasant. Seriously, this routine again? We lost 2 years worth of memories? That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Host Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten. I don't remember the last few years of my life. Hiro, do you remember the last, like, 30 seconds of your life? Honest question. That's not possible. I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. That's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if that's the truth, then we have to accept it. Alright, so what do we do now? What am I arguing? Oh man, there's so many things. Okay, Masters, 2 years worth of memories. I could never lose, something like that. No, that's impossible. Cool events or anything. You haven't gone to a single class, okay. So that is the locker... Shoot. Wait, do I have locker, notebook, and pocketbook? I knew this was going to happen. Notebook. We want notebook. Okay, so it's that. Yeah, how freaking old am I? Well, let me look. Do I actually? Yeah, I have locker notebook and pocketbook. That's so mean of the game to do that. Okay. I don't want to believe it, but I know there's evidence that reveals time. Yeah. I got it. I have to throw the locker notebook at what Hiro said, that he's never attended a class, because he did attend a class. Surprisingly. He's not the type of person I would assume to go to classes, but that one. There we go. You have indeed. Here, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here. Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it? I found it in the locker room on the second floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside? Sure, whatever you want, but I've never seen this notebook before in my life. Was there something wrong? It's kind of similar. No, even more than that. What the? This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt. But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing. No way. It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope Speak, but somehow you forgot all about it. Lies, it's all one big lie. I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook. And whose pocketbook is that? It's mine, and the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it. And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories. Woohoo! After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth? Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes. This sentence, I don't know why this sentence in particular got me. That's... Is that a good thing? I don't know. 2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This is your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. It might get answered, and it might have already been answered. So, did Junko come here as a normal student, and then, like, a year into it, like, something corrupted her at some point? Or was she always evil, and the plan when she first came in was spend a year here until the time was right for whatever the main bad guy group doing the thing is, and then she just happened to be inside the school to enact this plan. Because she offered us a deal or whatever. Like, did she take a deal with somebody as a normal person, or was she always, like, bad? Like, I don't know. That's what I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if it's already been answered and I'm stupid, or if it's going to be answered or what. But, if you know, let me know. Once you've forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were... Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring. What? We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do, but then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring. What are you talking about? In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. Give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair. Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all of this shit. Figure out what? Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all this. Where our memories come apart? Talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? What, when we stepped into the school? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time, and that was... when I fainted? Yeah. The moment I lost my memories, I can't think of any other time than that day. Yeah, everything spiraled. I got sucked into the whirlpool of the school when I first came to the gates of the school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with strange sensation. Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that. After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. Aha. I assume not much time had passed since I collapsed in the main hall. But instead, 2 whole years had gone by. The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed. You got it, honey. 2 years of memories, poof, gone. Which means, of course, when everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Aha! Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. But Kyoko must have been a special case where even more of her memories were erased. Like, or something like that. Which is interesting. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it? Oh, yep. That's what they reveal. You were all such close friends, you spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape to a world that's already been annihilated. Ooh, what a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you can do to fix it. You're the one who set things up to be like this. I love you all so much. What? Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love. What? So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair, our plan to bring despair to all mankind. The ultimate despair, all mankind.